HMS Aldy is returning to port. I've decided to go on a journey. Aldous Sandflys is leaving port. 100 million GP, 200 million GP, 300 million GP, and so on. So guys, it's a time on the journey when we return back to port. And I kind of reflect on, okay, how am I feeling about returning to a guild I've been in for so long? What have I learned? What am I worried about? Well, let's start there, the worried. Well, I'm tired. I am tired. I've been doing all these game modes, all these videos, all these kind of this mental stuff. So I do think I won't be returning home and immediately jumping into TW. So as much as I didn't do TW before, I don't think I'm going to start with doing TW. I think what I'll do is I'll build up to that. I'll certainly, but maybe what I'll change about myself, I will read a lot more of the TW strategies. I'll look where my missing Omicrons are. I think I might even put a bit of a list together of the Omicrons that maybe the rest of the guild has for TW that I don't. I might look at some of their modding suggestions. I might look to kind of subtly move my roster a little bit across into TW, sort of trying to fill in some of those gaps. I think I need to do that. I think I need to play TW. One thing I've learned about the rewards in this game, if they're going to keep driving Relic 9 as a requirement for things, I'm going to need to be doing TW at some point. But maybe I do every second one. Maybe I avoid the burnout in it. But maybe that's kind of what I'm looking at. We'll see. We'll see. It's certainly kind of, I think, where my head is at the moment on TW. I'm very focused on the new raid. I think I need to sit down and do a bit of personal studying myself on, okay, what teams are people using? What strategies are people using? There's been so many different videos out there. I've struggled to follow them all. But I really think I will possibly relic towards some raid characters and look to kind of maximize my raid score. I mean, it's easy to say that at the moment because I am heading for Jar Jar Binks. That's where my main farm is going at the moment, and Gungans. So I will have kind of most of the team at like R5. So I will have like a basic decent team. So maybe me saying I'm going to head for raids isn't necessarily a farming thing as much as a looking at modding thing, looking at strategy things. And maybe I'll need to set myself up a new kind of mod loadout. And I certainly think I want to do that. I certainly want to kind of make sure I maximize my raid score for the guild, because these are the things that really kind of make a difference. And I do think the new raid has a few more crates. I want to get some good personal rewards. I want to start those guild tokens or whatever they are coming in. So yeah, definitely. I think I want to be more engaged in the raid. And that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of maybe me wanting to be more part of the port community and be more like valuable. Whereas, due to me kind of being so busy at times or not necessarily kind of focused on things like TW, I don't cross over very often into the guild or chat there as much. And I think that's another learning that I want to put into this. I need to chat more. I need to chat more in the guild chat. I need to ask more questions. I need to celebrate my little wins of, yay, just unlocked this person. And I think I'm going to write myself a little reminder on my phone to ping every 3 or 4 days. And then I can share something I'm proud of. Got this mod. Oh, I love this Datacron. Not sure where to use it. That sort of kind of things I'm proud of, or things I don't really know, or things I want help with. I mean, I do that in my own Discord quite a bit. And maybe I want to do it in both now. Make sure I'll probably put the same post in both. But just that kind of, crowdsource more information. Be more kind of vocal. Be kind of more involved. And I think that will make me a better guildie and make me more kind of part of the port family, which I am part of the port family. But like I say, because of the TW, I'm not 100% as engaged as other people, or my primary sources aren't necessarily the guild Discord. because we only cross over and get to things like raid. But I think in the future I'll do far more inside the guild chat, and certainly share more of my successes, and also while I'm on there, you know, stick a few thumbs up, a few GGs to people, you know, and what they've also achieved, because I need to be better at that as well. Be more positive and be more kind of not self-congratulating, congratulating the people, you know. Share that positively. People have worked hard for these things. People are putting a lot of time and effort into the game to achieve these stars. The least I could do is say thank you, you know. So I think every time a raid finishes or a TB finishes, I should at least go into guild to say thank you so much, everyone. Wow, what a hell of an effort. Wouldn't be a difficult thing for me to do. So I need to be better at that, and that's something that I'm going to change and learn. So that's the mod. So focus on the raid. I will do a TW maybe, but I don't want to do them all. I think maybe 1 out of every 4 or something like that, just to start some rewards coming in for the R9s. But mainly be more engaged in Discord, I think. I certainly think that everyone that's watched this series, I've learned a lot about what makes a good fit for a guild. And therefore I'd like to... I don't want to be an officer. Being an officer... You don't need to be an officer in a guild to have power. You just need to have respect for people, and people respect your opinion. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not striving to be an officer, but I certainly would encourage people to consider port as a place to join. I certainly... They do a lot of things right. Let's just start there, you know. They don't necessarily have, you know, forced farms, and this is a 600 million GP guild. They're getting quite a high number of stars in ROTE and a high score inside the speeder bite raid. Should we look and compare? Let's see if I can find. Let's see if we can find which guild shall we compare. I don't want to. No, we'll just look at my guild. Let me do that. Here we go. Okay, this is the port. Death Star port designers. If I refer to it as port, please. Don't shout at me. I should, do you know, I'm in the way of the recruitment information. If you want to join, there's Alderon 75 hash 8146 if you want to join port or inquire about joining port. But look, 178 in the new raid. That's a huge score. Now, that's, if I divide that by 50, well, people are getting almost 4 million a person as an average. That's a pretty good score. 178 in the last one. So I think there's one on at the moment. I don't know where they're going to end up at the moment, but people start getting really high scores. And if we look, I can probably jump over to the actual raid. 37 inside ROTE, so 37 stars, quite good. And a TW record of only 1 defeat in the last 8. So pretty solid guild. I talked about min-maxing and Battalion Bravos. Death Star port designers also do very well for performance without necessarily putting in a lot of kind of as much effort and in much kind of like effort's the wrong word, as much kind of demands on people in the guild. 178 million. Let me jump into the... I'm quite excited to see what that gets me. No, I don't want a guild chat. I want to go guild raids, guild raids. There's one on at the moment. So if we look at the rewards and what I'm going to get, guild rewards. So 130 million crate, pretty solid amount there of this stuff here, the Mark III raid tokens. So yeah, so a pretty kind of solid kind of amount coming in. And I think previous guilds I was in down around this sort of 30-40 million sort of raid. So yeah. So very good guild, going to get a lot more rewards here. Not that I kind of missed out on rewards, but I should just point that out. I don't want to kind of people thinking that other guilds are infinitely better. But yeah, so I'm excited to go back to port. In fact, I'm actually back in port now. I should say that now. I did join last night, so back in port now. Those are the things I want to work on. I want to be a better guildie. I want to be a better person. I want to be more engaged in raids to make sure that I'm the one that jumps in early. I'm the one who maximizes my score. I think I might also kind of set myself a little challenge and you know, every time I do a raid, I want to improve my score. You know, I think that's kind of a little. You talk about gamifying things. I think I might have to gamify the raid, and you know, have that self-worth. I want to beat my score. I want to keep beating my score, and I want to keep maybe kind of putting relics into these people to keep beating my score, because I think that's something I need to do for myself, just so that I'm sort of better in the guild. But it is incredible to be back home. You know, people like Go Cubs. All these people are Daisy's in the guild. All these people, Calvin, also, you know, people that are really great, and maybe, like I say, I'm not close enough. You know, I need to be better. I need to be a better sort of guildmate. But anyway, that's kind of my thoughts. I've returned to port, and I am looking forward to getting more rewards, and I want to put more effort in myself in what I talked about. Anyway, shorter one today, but that's my thoughts. Welcome back to port. I'm excited. Look after yourself. May the force be with you. Tell me about your guild down below. Like and subscribe. May the force be with you. Good night.